We will be solving some verbal intelligence test questions. The first question is, what will come next? 5, 10, 17, 26 and 37. The options are 46, 47, 49 and 50. We have to observe the pattern, and the pattern is we will add 5, then we are adding 7, then we are adding 9, then we are adding 11. So according to this pattern we have to add 13, and when we add 13 and 37 the result is 50. So the answer is 50. Question 2 is, what will come next? Here the pattern is we are adding 8, then we will subtract 2, again we will add it and subtract 2. Now again adding it and subtracting 2. After subtracting 2 from 22 we get 20. So the answer is 20. Question 3 is, what will come next? 27, 81, 243, 729. Here the pattern is we are just multiplying each number by 3 to find the next digit. For example, 27 into 3 is equal to 81, and 81 into 3 is equal to 243. 243 into 3 is equal to 729, and then 729 into 3 is equal to 2187. So the right answer is 2187. Question 4 is, what will come next? 1, 5, 6, 10, 12, 16, 19 and 23. Here we will add 4 and then we are adding 1. We are again adding 4 and adding 2. Again adding 4 and adding 3. So now we will add 4 and then we will again add 4. And when we add 4 and 23, the result is 27. Question 5 is, what will come next? 21, 30, 38, 45 and 51. Here the pattern is we are just adding 9, then 8, then 7, then 6, and now for the next one we have to add 5, and 5 and 51 is 56. So the answer is 56. Question 6 is, bend is to lend as night is to. We can see that bend and lend rhyme together. So we have to find the same word for night. So night does not rhyme with fret, flight or beat, but it does rhyme with might. So the right answer is might. Question 7 is, random is the meaning of often, arbitrary, illogical or conscious. Here often means something that is happening frequently. Illogical means lacking of sense. Not all illogical things are random. Conscious means awareness, so it does not align with random. But arbitrary means random choice. Therefore, arbitrary is the right answer. Question 8. Love is to affection as woman is to. Here we can see that these both are synonym and are same. Therefore, the same word for woman is girl as well as lady. But the girl is the younger form of woman. We would prefer lady as lady is more specific. So the correct answer will be lady. Question 9 is, what letter will come next? A, C, F, J, O. Here we can see that the number of letters skipped between A and C is 1. The number of letters skipped in C and F is 2. F and J is 3. J and O is 4. So for the next alphabet we have to skip 5 letters, and which will result in U. Therefore the right answer is U. In question 10, the pattern is we are multiplying this number with 2 and then adding 2 in it. So which means that 9 multiplied by 2 is equal to 18, and then adding 2 results in 20. Therefore 20 is the next digit. Same goes for all the digits, and for the next digit we have to multiply 86 with 2 and then add 2 in it. 86 plus 86 is equal to 172, and 172 plus 2 equal to 174. So the right answer is 174. Moving on to the question 11. Question 11 is, complete the series 20, 40, 80, 160. 20 plus 20 equal to 40, 40 plus 40 equal to 80, 80 plus 8 equal to 160. 160 plus 160 will be 320. So the right answer is 320. Question 12 says that 2, 3, 4.5 and 6.75. In this question, we are dividing a digit by 2 and then adding it into itself. Therefore, 2 plus 1 equal to 3 and 3 plus 1.5 equal to 4.5. 4.5 plus 2.25 is equal to 6.75. So for the next digit, we will divide 6.75 by 2 and then add it in 6.75 and the result will be 10.125. Question 13 is complete the series 10, 15, 8, 13, 6 and 11. In this question, the pattern is we are just subtracting 2 from each digit. 10 minus 2 is 8, 15 minus 2 is 13, 8 minus 2 is 6 and 13 minus 2 is 11. 6 minus 2 is 4. So the correct answer is 4. Question 14 is complete the series 62, 42, 21, minus 1, minus 24 and minus 48. Here we can see that we are subtracting 20, then 21, then 22, then 23 and then 24. So now we will subtract 25. Subtracting 25 from 48, we get minus 73. Therefore, the correct answer is minus 73. Question 15 is pick the odd one. We can see that iron, steel and platinum are all solids, but cotton is not solid. Therefore, the cotton is the odd one. Question 16 is again pick the odd one. We can see that deer, lion and bear having 4 legs, while vulture is a type of bird which has 2 legs. Therefore, vulture is the odd one. Moving on to question 17. If a kilo of grapes is sold at the price of 30 rupees, how much would 100 grams of grapes cost? So for this, we will just divide 30 by 10 and it will result in 3. Therefore, the correct answer is 3. The question is, which amount is smallest? 12 does not contain a point, therefore 12 is eliminated. There is a single value after point. Here there are 2 values after point, but here there are 3 values. So the smallest one is with the 3 values. Therefore, the correct answer is 0.17. Moving on to question 19. The opposite of pain is ache, health, comfort or good life. Good life and comfort are good options, but health is eliminated and ache means continuous dull pain, which is a synonym of pain, therefore it is also eliminated. But the most specific one is comfort, therefore the right answer is comfort. Moving on to question 20. If Amr is heavier than Sn, Amr is heavier than Sn and Sn is lighter in weight than Shams, could it be assumed from these two statements that Shams is heavier than Amr? So we will put all of them in a stack, like Amr is heavier than Sn. So Sn comes here, Amr comes here, and Sn is lighter in weight than Shams. Shams will come beside Ahmad. Therefore, by this statement, we cannot assume that Shams is heavier than Ahmad. But we cannot say that it is not heavier as well. Therefore, the answer is uncertain. Question 20 is, on Valentine's Day, the price of bouquet of flowers containing 12 roses increased from 500 to 1000 rupees. What was the price of single rose on Valentine's Day? We will just divide 1000 by 12 and the result is 83.33 rupees. Therefore, the correct answer is 83.33. Question 22 is, pick the odd one out. We can see that in each of these sets, the difference between each letter or alphabet is by only a one letter. For example, A, B, C, D and E. We can see that B is skipped, C is here, D is skipped, and E is here. Therefore, option C, A, and B follows the same pattern, but D doesn't. The option D is the odd one. Question 23 is arrange the following words into a complete sentence using each word only once and then write the last letter of each word. We can see that these words make a famous quote which is shoot for the moon and you will land among the stars. Therefore, the last letter is S. So the answer is B. Moving on to question 4, a professional who operates on people is called psychologist, dietitian, nurse, or surgeon. The one who properly operates a person is the surgeon. Therefore, surgeon is the right answer. Moving on to question 25, deer is an animal as gold is. The relationship between deer and animal is that a deer is a type of animal. We know that gold is a type of metal. It is not a type of iron. Therefore, iron is eliminated. Gold is a type of thing. Thing is a good option. Jewel is made up of gold, but gold is not made up of jewel. So, the gold is made up of metal. Therefore, the metal is the correct answer. Moving on to question 6, pick the odd one out. Table, chair, and bed are types of furniture or a part of room, and a comb is the odd one. Therefore, the right answer is D. Moving on to question 27, what is the square root of 25? The square root of 25, we know that 5 into 5 is equal to 25. Therefore, the right answer is 5. Moving on to question 28, the actual meaning of zeal is great energy or enthusiasm. So, the word that aligns perfectly with zeal is passion. Therefore, passion is the correct answer. Question 29 is pick the odd one out. Shirt, ring, hair dye, and shoes. Shirt, ring, and shoes are types of clothes, but hair dye is not. Therefore, hair dye is the odd one. Moving on to question 30, the most important reason we plant trees is because we want to provide nest to birds? No. We like to see the color green? No, we don't. We like plantation? No. The actual reason is that they are good for environment. Therefore, C is the correct answer. This was how you can solve verbal intelligence test questions. Thank you.